Welcome to the session. Topic of this session is objectives and preparing the farm investment analysis. Whenever we develop the new proposal of the projects, we need to have the financial analysis of that project, and actually after estimating the cost and benefit stream of the new proposed, we need to put all this information in the the model farm plans or model or pattern accounts, so that we can compare the similar situations of other such projects which are the part of this complete the big projects. So actually in the farm investment analysis, we prepare a model farm plan and we compare the results of that model farm plan with the other similar projects which are the part of the project. So so basically in this session we are going to discuss about the objectives of the financial analysis and what are the different guidelines, we should follow while preparing for the farm investment analysis. And in between we will also have a difference, we will also understand the difference between the farm management analysis and the farm investment analysis. So basically the learning objective of this session is to state the objective of the financial analysis, what are the purpose a financial analysis serve while analyzing the new proposal or new project proposal, and also we will explain the guidelines for the preparing the farm investment analysis. So let us start. What is this financial analysis? Basically the financial analysis help to assess the financial performance of a proposed project. So actually if you want to have information about the financial performance of the projects or the proposed projects, we need to conduct the financial analysis. And actually when we determine the market prices to value the stream and cost and benefit of the project, the next task is to arrange this information on the cost and benefit stream in the pattern or model farm plans or model accounts to start the assessment of the proposed project on various project entity, that may be the farmers or public and private enterprises or the government agency. So actually we want to analyze the impact of the project on the on the farmer, the company who are participating on the project, or the government agency which are providing the fund, or they have some desired objectives to serve the society. So actually we want to measure the impact. And the model or the pattern accounts are always based on the market prices. So and they are basically central to the financial analysis. Actually in the agriculture project, basically a model and farm plan is required to define. It should be clearly defined what is the farm plan, and actually this help in estimating the resource use and income flow for other similar farm participating in the project. So if we prepare a model farm plan, or when we estimate the resource use, or we also estimate the income flows, it gives the information on the similar farms who are participating in the project area. So it basically the model farm plans, they serve the basis for the financial analysis. So what are the objectives of the financial analysis of the agriculture project? There are different objectives, and we will understand each by each the objectives in detail. So in the first most important objective of the financial analysis of the agriculture project is to know the financial impact on the project entity. So there are different project entities like the farmers, private and public enterprises, or government agency. So actually we want to find out the financial impact on this project entity, and basically this requires the knowledge of the current financial status of the project entity, and what actually what is the projected financial status. So what is the current situation, and after implementing the project what will be the financial status of this project entity, that is the farmers, private and public enterprises or the government agency. And that next objective we have is to assess the efficiency of the resource use. So, there are we use the different resources, and actually our objective is to have the efficient resource use. So, and there are two broad indicators of the efficient resource use. One is the overall return of the projects, how much will be getting from the project, and also repayment of the loan issued by the different enterprises. So, if we are taking some loan, so how we will be making the repayment of that loan. So, that reflect basically on the efficiency of the resources used. So, and for this purpose actually the financial analysis or farm investment analysis or the financial ratio, they help us, they are basically a tool to analyze the efficiency of the resource use to determine the overall economic return of the project, or also to determine the repayment of the loan of after the resource utilization. Then next objective of the financial analysis is to assess the incentive to the project entity. Here basically we assess the incentive that encourages the project entity to participate in the project activities. So, actually the project should generate sufficient incremental income to compensate for the additional resource use and risk which would be taken by the project entity. So, actually here basically we measured what are the incentive and to the project entity, so that they participate, they allocate their resources, they invest their resources, and they take the risk of participating or making investment in the project activities. So, here again the project should provide sufficient return on the equity capitals, their own contribution, and also on the borrowed fund. The next objective is to provide the provision of the sound financial plan. So, basically when we do the financial analysis, it helps in preparing the sound financial plan for the project activities. So, here basically what we do, we need to have information on the financial situations and also the source of funds. So, we can plan the activities from where we will be getting the funds. So, that help in preparing this sound financial plan. And actually through the financial analysis we can determine the amount of the investment, or also the timing of the investment, in it at what stage how much investment will be required, that we can do using the financial analysis. And here also the financial analysis also help in setting the repayment terms and condition for the loan, and also this assessment and basically help in the investment plans, or basically the debt repayment capacity we can determine based on the financial analysis. So, basically it help in the an identification of the different component of the sound financial plan. And then the next objective is to coordinate the financial contribution of the various project entity. Actually, and how much contribution will be there from the different project entity, that is from the farmers or public and private sector enterprises, the government. So, here basically based on the financial analysis we can coordinate all these activities. So, it is basically done on the basis of the overall financial projections, how much will be returns, how much will be the cost required. So, and also basically it is done based on the availability of resources from the various sources to base the investment capacity, and also we also see the availability and timing of the funds for the investment and operating expenses from the different project entity, and we can coordinate basically the different project entity to provide the funds when the fund is required in the project activity. And the next objective is to assess the financial management competence. So, actually there are lot of complexity involved in the financial management of the projects. So, we need to have, or we need to develop the capability to manage the the project implementation. So, But this financial analysis basically help to identify the required changes in the management or in the organization to run the project on the scheduled time. So, for that purpose, if required, we can provide some specialized training to the financial manager or the persons who are involved in the financial management of the activity. And now we will move to the basically we will understand the difference between the firm investment analysis and the firm management analysis, and both are almost same, but there is only little difference is the focus of the firm investment analysis and the focus of the firm management analysis is basically different. So, we can discuss the what is the firm investment analysis, what is the firm management analysis. So basically the firm income or firm management analysis focus basically on the current performance of the firm. So what is going on in the firm, that is the basically focus in the firm management analysis, and the analysis period in the firm management is usually a current years, and generally we use the current prices, and here capital, the cost of the machineries or buildings, they are treated by considering the depreciation. So basically their wear and tear we calculate, and that we include as a part of the the financial analysis of or the current the firm management analysis. So here actually we do not include the off firm income due to the project activity, and we do not basically we count only into what are the things going on, what are the cost and benefit in the firm in the current years due to the project activities. So here we do not include the external things, maybe that may be the result due to the project activity. And here the performance criteria is the return to the capital or the labor who are engaged in the firm. So basically we want to see how much resources or capital or labor we are using and how much we are getting out of that in the capital, machinery or the labor engaged in the firm. And here basically we use the undiscounted measures or techniques as a tool to analyze the firm management analysis, because the cost and benefit of the current year only we use. So there is no need to go for a discounting technique here in the firm management analysis. And the firm investment analysis, main objective is to assess the attractiveness of the proposed investment to the project entity. So here the useful life of the project is the life of the project basically. So it may be sometime 20 or 25 years, and sometimes the life of the project is equal to the machinery or the large machinery or the large building which we are using in the project. So basically here the analysis is carried out in terms of the constant prices, because there is a change in the value of there is a change in the value of the goods and services we used over the period of time. So that's why we use the constant prices. Sometimes generally we use the current year prices as the constant prices, and then we analyze the cost and benefit of that project entity. And here the case and non-case firm income is also included, which was not a case in case of the firm management analysis, but here the case and non-case firm income is also included in the analysis. And value of the firm produce consumed is also included here, because whatever the consumption of the firm family members, that is also there, that is also included here in the analysis. And the performance criteria is written to additional resources used. So whatever the additional resources we are using, that form actually or written from that resources, that is considered as a performance criteria in case of the firm investment analysis. And generally we use the discounted measures like the net present value internal rate of return, benefit cost ratios as a tool to analyze the returns or the benefits in the farm investment analysis. So now we will move to the how to prepare the farm investment analysis. There are certain guidelines which need to be followed while we prepare for the farm investment analysis, and basically farm investment analysis is the starting point for the financial and economic analysis of the project. So here basically we conduct a group of investment analysis on the investment pattern of the model farm. So basically we prepare a model farm and we put the information on we put the information of the cost and benefit on the model farm, and then we compare with the anticipated situation without the project. So that's why we can find out the difference and then we can find out the results also. So there are certain guidelines for preparing the good farm investment analysis. The first is the pattern farm investment analysis. And while preparing the pattern or model farm investment analysis, the benefit stream of the agriculture project may be developed, treating the whole area as one undifferentiated farm. So basically, complete agriculture project should be treated as one farm, and we should calculate the benefit stream. And sometimes what we can do, simply we can multiply the total area to be planted by the expected yield. In this manner, we can get the total benefit stream of the agriculture project area. But sometimes this had the irrelevant information about the impact of the project on individual farmers, and the underlying unrealistic assumption may also be there. Then there's the farm investment analysis should not simply be based on the sample farm. Sometimes it should include all major types of farms or all major farm types that expected to participate with the objective to see the impact of the project on them. So actually like we have the small farmer, the medium farmer, the large farmers. So we need to prepare the all such type of the model farm, then only we can compare the results. Or usually the farm investment analysis is done for the life of the project. It may be 25 years or 20 years or no, but it should be not just 1 year, because the cropping pattern of budget for labor and output are to be determined, and also we need to have the requirement and availability of all these things, and actually assess the project impact on the participating farmers' income. And the size, the farm investment analysis, the budget may be prepared for any size of the farm. So we need to prepare this farm investment analysis or budget for the different size of the farm. In case of the small farmers, what we can do, the analysis should focus on the effect of the project on the total income of the farm family, because here they have the limited income or limited activities. So complete farm family should be treated as one farm, or their total income should be focus of the farm investment analysis. But in case of the large commercial farm, and the analysis is to be carried out like other business enterprises. So there are different components of farm investment analysis when we have the large farm, and basically the analysis should be realistic as possible. It should be realistic. We try to build the farm investment analysis as it's whatever the possible, and it should be realistic. So, and it should be realistic to the particular cultural environment. There may be different results for different cultural requirement, and the farm investment analysis should be specific to the package of the practices, like some farm or the model farm may use the organic methods of production. Some other may use the using the holding inputs like the chemical fertilizer or pesticides. So the farm investment analysis should be based on the specific age of practices. And the new proposed technology on farm, sometimes new technology is there, but we should be realistic in analyzing the impact of that new technology on the small farmers, because result will be different for the small farmers and the large farmers, because it involves the technology, involves the economies of the scales. So the new technology is always give better result on the large farmer. And also we should have a realistic information about the technological assumption, and the technology assumption must be checked while we analyze the farm investment analysis. Then we assess the financial worthiness of the new proposed technology in the project. So actually we need to assess the whatever the new technology we are proposing in the project, we should assess their financial worthiness of. That is also very important, because sometimes we have the new technology, but that is not worthwhile in terms of the financial. The investment is more, the result is less. Maybe it's profitable, but so that's why we should assess the worthwhileness of the new proposed technology. That is also very important. So here basically we need to determine the credit requirement to stimulate the adoption of the new technology or the risk involved. So fund is not there, so how we can adopt? So actually it should be realistic, and for that purpose appropriate sensitivity analysis can be carried out to see if in the different situations, if cost is not available and the fund is not available, or there is a variation in the output, or there is a variation in the the prices of the produce. So in that condition, whether this that is worthwhile to utilize the new technology in the project. So we need to assess the financial worthiness of the new proposed technology. And the budget for whenever we do the analysis, we prepare the new budget of the entire farm. But sometimes if there is not much changes, or only small component is required some changes, we can prepare the partial budgeting also, or so we can follow the partial budgeting technique also. Then the information for investment analysis may be obtained from the technical people or the farmers themselves also. So actually we should have the information on the different cost streams or the benefit streams from the technical pupils or from the farmers themselves. And whatever the data we are collecting from the technical people or from the farmers, they should be realistic. So it should be sometimes the farmers tell some exaggerated results data. The cost is very high in the cultivation. We are not getting some good prices which are remunerative. So actually sometimes we should be realistic while collecting the informations about the production, about the prices, about the risk involved in the production activity. And though the information procured from the experienced technical experts on the proposed cropping pattern is close to the optimum, but sometimes we can use the linear programming techniques to propose the new cropping pattern in the area under the project. But there is just some limitation when we use the linear programming, like it cannot deal with the risk, or it cannot have the information in the analysis about the farmers' cultural traditions. Sometimes we have the variability in the soil within the farm, or sometimes have the variation in the water availability, or there are different variations. So all such information cannot be utilized in the linear programming sometimes. And then the number of model investment in analysis is also very much required. Sometimes we say the 6 model investment analysis is sufficient, but the number of the model farm analysis basically depend upon the complexity of the project. If there is more complex project are there, we need to develop more number of the model farm analysis. And actually we should have generally analysis for each major group of the soils or water condition or major size of the holding for preparing the or for conducting the farm investment analysis. And the presentation of information by the project analyst is also very important, and basically the information or project results should be presented in effective manner so that it can be used efficiently. And in some project, basically only a summary of the background or information is provided, and we can give a little farm budget, detailed farm budget information in the in the summary also, and the detailed result can be presented in the Annex C as a appendix, or that is the way we can use while presenting the data or while presenting the results of the farm investment analysis. And now we can sum up this session that the important objective of the financial analysis of the agriculture project are to assess the project impact on the project entity, and then we want to assess the efficiency of the resource used. Then we also want to assess the incentive to the project entity so that they participate in the project activity. And through the farm analysis, especially we develop the sound financial plans, and also we coordinate the financial contributions from the different project entity. And actually through the financial analysis we can analyze the management competence which are required to manage the new proposed project. And the farm investment analysis basically starting point for the financial and economic analysis of the project to prepare a model of a pattern farm plan, and there are certain guidelines which need to be followed to have a realistic farm investment analysis. Thank you very much.